is another team with two brothers actually. So there's two teams with two brothers, showing that well, knowing each other can be quite a benefit in Team Limited. There's Christian Hauck, Manuel Hauck, and Stephan Schwarz. Stephan Schwarz actually wrote on his player profile regarding the question, how did your team come together? He said, well, we've been playing Magic for over 10 years now and we're like brothers. So even though his last name is not Hauck, maybe they all consider him to be a brother as well.
Yeah, well, 10 years of playing together is a very long time, and yeah, it looks like their friendship has put them firmly into the top four. And yeah, here we see Owen Turtenwald with two friends of his own making the run. Not only friends, but top Magic professionals. Reid, William Jensen, and he's facing off against Wilson Lamb. So here we have Owen Turtenwald on the play because they did finish higher up in the standings after the Swiss. And both players are on mountains. I think Wilson Lamb is on blue-red though. Yep, there's the island.
Yep. And
Death Bell Raiders for Owen Turtenwald, getting on the board very quickly.
Owen is not playing any black mana, so he is not able to regenerate his Death Bell Raider. But that doesn't matter all too much. His game plan is to play a bunch of early creatures. Now he adds a Fanatic of Xenagos to the board and push through damage, using also combat tricks like Coordinated Assault. Fanatic of Xenagos gives Lam the choice of, well, either a 4-4 with haste this turn and then a 3-3 thereafter, or a 4-4 permanently without haste.
Yep. So it says 4-4? Yep. No, I don't want to worry about the haste. He does have a Voyage's End, so he can probably just bounce it next turn if he wanted to, but it has to take 2 from the Death Bell Raiders here. And it bounces at the end of turn. Scry's looking for some cards because he's already on the back foot, especially because Owen Turtenwald had the luxury of playing first.
Yeah, this is an important tempo play that Lam makes here. He trades a card, his Voyage's End, for basically no cards of Turtenwald. No card from Turtenwald went to the graveyard, but he did manage to slow down Turtenwald quite a bit. And he traded 2 mana for 3 mana, and that may allow Lam to claw back into the game and establish a good board presence.
And the Death Bell Raiders here will be forced to attack. And after combat, it looks like Owen Turtenwald will play something other than the Fanatic of Xenagos. Plays a Borderline Minotaur, which is always a 4-3 for 4. No questions asked. So.
Yeah, going for the mana efficient play here. Going to spend all of his mana to play cards rather than just paying 3 for the Fanatic of Xenagos.
Yep. So just a land for Wilson Lamb here. Again, gives the incentive. Gives the initiative over to Owen Turtenwald. There's a Fanatic Xenagos that we saw before. Yeah, so 4-4. I don't want you attacking me this turn. I think we're going to see a Griptide. Unless he wants to take the damage. Oh, he takes it. So that's 6 damage, down to 10 already. I think he's about to cast a Precinct Chimera. But yeah, some other good cards. His start was very slow. Oh, okay, he does have a Stone Shock Giant, so that can trade with some of the creatures of Owens. But we know he has 2 Coordinated Assault in his deck, maybe already one in his hand. So ready to blow out Wilson Lamb here.
I would fully expect Turtenwald to just send all of his creatures into the red zone here. Lamb cannot really line up good blocks. Maybe the Stone Shock Giant in front of the Fanatic of Xenagos, but even if Owen Turtenwald has no tricks, that is still going to be a fine combat in which he's going to deal quite a bit of damage to his opponent. And if Turtenwald does indeed have the combat trick, this Coordinated Assault that we mentioned, then this is going to be quite the blowout.
Yep. So just the Stone Shock Giant blocking the Fanatic. Having Reid, it is a 4-4.
With Trample.
With Trample, yep. So Coordinated Assault on Death Bell Raiders and the Fanatic of Xenagos, even trampling over for 1 with the Fanatic. So that's already down to 2, yeah, 8 damage. Lightning Strike to finish it off, or just one more creature? Plays an instant courser and passes the turn.
Yeah, so 4 lethal creatures here, and Lamb's lone two-headed Cerberus is not even able to block any of them and live, so yeah, scoops it up.
Yeah, so Owen Turtenwald takes game 1 off of Wilson Lamb and puts his team in the driver's seat. Remember, it's still a best 2 out of 3. All these 3 matches are, but for the American team to advance to the finals, they need to win 2 whole matches to win the round. So with Owen Turtenwald up a game, he's the only one to have finished yet. We've chosen the fastest game out of all so far. That
game went exactly the way Owen wanted it to go. A fast creature on the board, then a pump spell to top it all off. Perfect start for Owen Turtenwald. And Wilson Lamb's deck just wasn't really able to get back in the game quickly enough. It was just too slow.
Yeah, too slow, and being on the draw hasn't helped much. Maybe if he was on the play, he would have been able to stabilize much better, maybe play the Precinct Chimera and other things like that. But yeah, we're going to take a look at, I think that's Reid Duke on the left, and he's facing off against Olivier Duport, who has already quite a sizable board in double Ekron Skyguard, one with Nixborn Shieldmate, also a Heliod's Emissary with another Nixborn Shieldmate. It's getting very hard for Reid to block, and he also didn't only just played his 4th land, so was stuck on 3 for some while. There's Disciple of Phoenix, for sure revealing all the cards in Olivier Duport's hand. Yeah, so just Wave Crash Triton and the Temple of Triumph. So we know which card we'll get, or do we? Takes the Triton, of course.
Yeah, Duke in a bad position here. He has no way to deal with either of the Acro and Skyguards, and that Heliod's Emissary is also able to attack for 4 damage a turn, and Duke is currently not able to line up any good blockers against it. Duke's deck is also not really very aggressive. It has a bunch of, as you see here, 1 power and 2 power creatures, so his deck is not exactly well equipped for a damage race situation.
There was a Scry to the bottom, and now will be, it's actually getting to be erased. The Servant Timuret of Reid Dukes maybe getting some life back while draining Olivier Duport a little bit. They're still swinging with everything. Taps down Disciple of Phoenix with the Heliod's Emissary, and now a chump block.
Yeah, Reid sees that if he doesn't chump block now, then he may have to chump block the Heliod's Emissary on the next turn, and he will have to keep back 2 blockers to do that on the next turn.
Yeah,
so thinking ahead, he just wants to get the chump block out of the way right now.
Yeah, we'll get the live totals updated as the game happens. We have swap matches, so it'll take a while. It should be 9 to 12 now, I believe, because of the Servant Timuret. Yep, that is correct. Now Reid Duke on 4 cards in hand, 4 lands in play.
Yeah, facing 6 power in the air, plus the 4 power on Heliod's Emissary. So he will need to put a chump blocker in front of the Heliod's Emissary, or find a removal spell for one of the flyers. Tough spot.
Yep. So it's 3 mana. Not a removal spell, it's Night Howler. Yeah, for 4, disposed for 4 mana, so the creature gets +1/+1 for every creature in the graveyard. We don't see both graveyards.
Well, Reid has Returned Phalanx and Omen Speaker in the graveyard, so that already gives +2/+2. We'll try to find out how many creatures Duport has in his graveyard.
I think it looks like that was an attack for 5, and a Marshman's Titan added in. So yeah, actually this is very much a race. So Olivier Duport down to 6 already from that attack, and we know that there will be an untap from the Servant of Timuret. So yeah, we'll see what Olivier Duport does. In the meanwhile, Simon, what do you have for us from the feature match area?
I have a result from the Germany match. Christian Seibold wins game 1 against Manuel Hauck. He's on green-red, playing against white-black, and Arbor Colossus helped him win game 1. This is the first game that has finished in this semi-final match, and I'll be back with more infos.
Thank you very much. So that was the untap from Olivier Duport, who's down to 6, facing off against a sizable army, but Reid Duke's definitely not out of the woods just yet. There's a lot of flying damage coming over. There's the Helots Emissary as well. If Olivier Duport has some sort of bounce, then this should be game.
Yeah, Nighthauler should be giving +3/+3, indicating that Duport has 1 creature in his graveyard.
So we talk about flyers.
Nimbus Naiad.
Nimbus Naiad on the Helots Emissary should be enough flyers to seal the deal. So that's 6 power Helots Emissary.
More than enough.
More than enough to take it. So it's great, good top deck from Olivier Duport. He takes game 1 off of Reid Duke after Reid stumbled on mana and couldn't quite get going against the flying army of Olivier Duport. So Owen Turtenwald up a game, but Reid Duke down 1. William Jensen and Louis Ballivet still in their game 1. And it's going to be a fight. While in the other match, only Christian Seibold has won a game so far over Manuel Hauck, and the Pro Tour top 8 competitor from Valencia, being in good form. And I think it's also part of the thing. It's confidence. When you've been winning, it's much easier to keep on winning.
That's true. You get in some kind of a flow where somehow you find the right spot for concentration. You always seem to find the right lines of play, and you feel confident and basically reinforce your own positive thinking that way. Yeah. Not everyone believes in it. I'm also a bit skeptical, but it does seem to work for Christian Seibold, so not only to argue.
Not only for him, it's also Owen Turtenwald has finished in the top 16 of Pro Tour in Valencia last week, so he's still on a roll. Reid Duke managed to finish in the top 50, so they've been doing well last week. I mean, they're overall solid players, and I'm not putting up their good result just to being on a hot streak of sorts, but they're doing quite well. And this looks like a match between William Jensen and Louis Ballivet. So it's Ballivet on the right with Set Scorpion and Archetype of Courage, a combo I'm quite fond of, but struggling a little bit against the Insatiable Harpy and a Satyr Wayfinder with something on it, probably a Leafcon Dryad.
Yeah, it is a 2/2 bestow creature, so almost certainly Leafcon Dryad,
right,
making the Satyr Wayfinder into a 3/3.
Yeah, we'll try to figure out the life totals as we stand, and we also have all right, those are correct. So we also have Simon in the booth right now, but he's going to bring us info just as soon as we resolve this attack. So Archetype of Courage and Set Scorpion attack for 1, because there's Sylvan Carry did block the Archetype of Courage, and we see a very active Opaline Unicorn tapping down what it can. Yep. So Simon, what do you got?
Yes, I have 2 huge plays from the Gräfensteiners. Daniel Gräfensteiner attacked with Doxers of Meletis and managed to remove a Hopeful Eidolon, which was enough to put away the game. Daniel Gräfensteiner is leading 1-0. And at the other side of the table, Tobias Gräfensteiner cast a Faded Return, returning Pressing Chimera, now indestructible against his red-green opponent. And that's what he has in play currently, looking to dominate the game with the indestructible flyer.
Okay, thank you, Simon. That's very interesting. So the German team of Gräfensteiner brothers and Christian Seibold doing quite well. But here we saw a very interesting, the Insatiable Harpy looked like it got through. It was not tapped by the Opaline Unicorn, and life totals are now 9-9, I believe. It looked that way at least.
Yeah, it seems to be a nice damage race situation. And the reason why you keep on saying Opaline Unicorn tapping down things is the equipment that it has attached to it, of course, which grants a creature the ability to tap down another creature for 2 mana and a tap.
And so, Bloodsoul Harpy from Jensen, bringing both players down to 8.
Yeah, a close race so far. Sylvan Caryatid from Jensen will be able to block the Archetype of Courage on the next turn. And there's also Cetessan Oathbreaker, but there's no Aura to get rid of.
So tapping down the Harpy now. Or sorry, tapping down the Satyr Wayfinder, the Insatiable Harpy attack there. probably looking to get on attacking with this Ferris Band Trumper. With first strike.
Always good.
Always good.
Set Scorpion could also come in, but then Jensen has the option of double blocking with his Blood Toll Harpy and his 2/1 green creature. In that case, Ballivet has first strike, so might kill one of them via Death Touch, but the other creature will still take down the Set Scorpion. Actually only goes in with the Ferris Band Trumpers and for some reason the Archetype of Courage, even though Jensen still has the 0-3 Sylvan Caryatid, which would seem to be a good blocker. Maybe Ballivet has a pump spell?
Yeah. Maybe he does. So the Sylvan Caryatid blocks the Archetype of Courage. I think all the other creatures will probably... William Jensen going down to 5 here from that attack. And for tense moments, we don't see all of the mana that got. So Savage Surge on the Archetype.
Indeed, there was a combat trick waiting.
Yeah, so that gets rid of the Sylvan Caryatid, drops drops William Jensen down to 5, I believe. A cute play would have been also played on the Ferris Band Trumper, within 6 damage already. But alas, Louis Ballivet playing it slow. I'm not sure if the light goals are correct here. I think William Jensen should be on 5, but we might be missing something because the shot is quite zoomed. So we'll see what happens here. There's certainly an Opaline Unicorn with a Siren Songlyre and an Archetype of Courage. It's ready to block as well. And so is the Set Scorpion, all with first strike.
Yeah, the key card here is going to be the Insatiable Harpy. That one may be tapped down by the Opaline Unicorn because a 4 power life swing in a damage race situation like this one is gonna be quite strong.
So there was some pointing at the Archetype of Courage. Oh, time to feed. In response, a Ray of Dissolution from Louis Ballivet. That means that the 1/1 Satyr Wayfinder will now fight the Archetype of Courage, die, and not even gain the life for William Jensen. Wow. That was a great instant to have at that point. The only target with something on the opposing side of the board.
Yeah, nice 3-for-1 for Ballivet there. Plus some life gain.
Yeah.
Quite a blowout.
Very much so. So now the Insatiable Harpy was tapped. The Ferris Band Trumper untaps. Looking for a counter, it looks like. To put on the Trumper. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, and if Ballivet has enough mana, he might actually be able to tap down the Blood Toll Harpy, then move over his equipment to the Set Scorpion, use the Set Scorpion to tap down the Cetizen 2/1 guy, and swing in for 6 damage.
Yep, there is a Starbreaker. And
that card.
And yep, so taps down. Switches over the Siren Songlyre to the Set Scorpion. 2 more mana, taps down the Blood Toll Harpy. And goes for the kill. Swing for 6. Yep. That's it. Yeah, so the amateurs are 2 games up on the pros, the stars themselves. We might call these young Swiss players the Starbreakers themselves.
Very nice, very nice. Well, they still have to win some more games to end up as the true Starbreakers. But
true.
Good start for them.
A good start for them. So even though Wilson Lamb is down a game to Owen Turtenwald, Louis Ballivet and Olivier Duport are doing quite well here. So yep, we're going to look at Owen Turtenwald against Wilson Lamb. We see the situation is, we don't have the light levels just yet, but the situation is somewhat more stabilized than the previous game. And I just see a Stone Shock Giant for Wilson Lamb.
No, that is a spear point.
Yep, in his hand though.
Okay.
He just scried with Thassa and kept the Stone Shock Giant. Like those 16 to 18, so much different than game 1, where Wilson Lamb was very fast on defensive here. And just passes the turn, wants to get rid of the Satyr Rambler with the Fearsome Temper, which was causing him trouble, it seemed like. and will be able to maybe kill even the Death Bellow Raiders. So we'll see if Owen Turtenwald has another coordinated assault. But we have Simon with us with news from the other feature match.
Yes, do you know what's good against a 3-4 indestructible flyer? An 8-8 trampler. A Scourge of Scholar Veil was built by Christian Hauck to just get through, and the only thing that Tobias Gräfensteiner could do was triple block. Christian Hauck had the Feral Invocation, and Tobias Gräfensteiner showed his last card, Nullify, winning him the game effectively. So Tobias Gräfensteiner is up 1-0 against Christian Hauck. Seibold is still playing, has a 6-6 hero in play, but Heliod on the other side. So we'll see what happens there.
All right, so the team of Gräfensteiner and Christian Seibold, it seems to be very much on the right foot here. And we just saw double use of Fearsome Temper on the Stone Shock Giant in the Chorus of the Tides. And it looks like, is he down to 4 already?
Yeah, and surprisingly, Lamb did not block the Death Bellow Raider with his Stone Shock Giant. Fearsome Temper says target creature can't block this creature this turn. So while he was not able to block the Seti Rambler, he still had the option of blocking the Death Bellow Raider.
Yeah. It was very likely that it was nervousness at this point of the stage or tiredness.
Yeah, the cards are still relatively new, and usually when you activate Fearsome Temper, the creature's never gonna block that turn anyway.
Yep. So he definitely missed that block. Two free damage for Owen Turtenwald. And as we have updated live totals, it looks like Wilson Lamb is down to 4. So very tough situation for him.
Yeah, Owen still at 18, facing down lots of potentially unblockable creatures, but in the lead in the damage race situation right now, especially if Lam has the incorrect wording on Fearsome Temper in his mind.
There would have been a very strong card if it worked that way. As such, it's still very good, helping Owen Turtenwald. Take it. Yeah, there's the handshake. Wilson Lamb scoops them up and gives the 2-0 lead to Owen Turtenwald, who now won his match but needs his 2 mates to buckle up and win their matches, because they're both the other Americans are down again. So there you have the scoreboard. Oh, we already have some updates from the other matches as well. So Manuel Hauck managed to even it out with Christian Seibold, so they're 1 game apiece, while the Gräfensteiner brothers are up on the 2 other on their opponents. So still just a couple games away from the finals for the Gräfensteiner team, highlighted with Christian Seibold as well. We'll try to bring you some more action, but it's already looking very interesting. Owen Turtenwald's deck worked to perfection, proving me wrong, proving you right. And as you said, the games turned out exactly as you said. A 2-drop, a 3-drop, some removal.
His draws were also quite good. His deck really performed the way he was hoping it would. Wow, this is quite the board that we are heading into. So let me try to digest this. On the right side, a couple of big flyers, Horizon Scholar, Prescient Chimera. On the left side, Grey Merchant of Ashpatel just entered the battlefield. Devotion to Black. 7. A big life swing over there.
So 11 to 11.
But still, Duke does not have any flying blockers, which means that he may still fall to the Prescient Chimera and Horizon Scholar in 2 turns from now.
Yep, but he does already have 5 1/1 soldier tokens thanks to the Akron horse that he gifted to Olivier Duport. But Olivier Duport has a 2-turn clock basically. Can attack for 7.
Exactly.
He could actually just attack. He could attack for 4 now with the Horizon Scholar, leaving Precinct Chimera back if he's worried about dying to the backswing of Reid Duke. No, but he just goes with both. No blocks.
The board has 4 blockers, so he would be able to block the 4 biggest creatures on each side of the board, and would only take 6 damage if that were to happen. 5 now, but by the addition of Heliod's Emissary, which coincidentally will also take out the option of Duke to play a flying blocker on the next turn. It will just get tapped.
Yeah.
Duke in bad shape here.
Yeah, needs to draw something here. The Grey Merchant already a big life swing with the Grey Merchant. We know he only has 1 in his deck. but now he's tapping mana, so are we mistaken? Does he have another one? Maybe Journey to the Underworld? Oh, Phoenix?
Wow.
God of Deception, is that enough? Toughness? Yes. 3, 6, 7, 10, 13 plus 5, 18. He can mill 22 cards.
And that might be enough. This game looks like it has been going on for quite a while. It is possible that Duport has less cards in his deck than the total amount of toughness on Duke's side of the board. It's gonna be a close call.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we count the number of cards in Olivier Duport's deck. It is 4 for the Grey Merchant, 5 more for the token, so that's 9. Return Failings 12, Erebos Emissary at least 15, 16 with Nixborn Eidolon. Yep. 16 with and 2 with the Servant's Emerge. That's 22 cards, maybe even 24 if Reid Duke has a creature in his hand. And it looks like, yeah, you can see Olivier Duport conferring with the judge, asking a rules question. It seems. I would like to know what the rules question is. Yeah, as if he's seen the card for the first time. Reid Duke with just 1 card in his hand, so they haven't counted the libraries just yet. It doesn't seem that way, but they're counting.
Well, I count 16 cards on Duport's side of the board, as in the number of cards on the battlefield, in hand and in the graveyard. So if that count is correct and Duport is playing a 40 card deck, then Duport should still have 24 cards left in his library.
Yeah. So now they're counting for Reid Duke to do, and I think if he has a creature in his hand, that's 24 toughness that he has on the table.
Yeah, but Phoenix grants a tap ability to creatures.
True.
So summoning sick creatures should not be
I think there's
available
a response,
to mill.
so I think something might be bounced. Okay, Battlewise. Oh yeah, so in response, there's a Battlewise Valor on the Wave Crash Triton, looking to tap down the Erebos Emissary, which is potentially threatening to mill 5 cards. This is all in response to Phoenix God of Deception. So that's already 3 cards less. He has tapped down, Scry 1. He keeps that card, so certainly the kill card, but we know that there's milling that's going to happen. They're counting out the cards, amount of cards that are in play or in the graveyard, so that they don't have to count the cards in the library. So if you made the math correct,
then this should not be enough. Duport still has enough cards in his library
1, 2,
to
3,
survive.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Did the math correctly.
Hooray.
I'm not surprised. You do have a PhD in math.
Oh, well, it's just 40 minus 16.
Wow, you're good.
Yes.
Alright, so here comes the milling. Yeah, starts with the milling. So first 3 are Servant of Timurat. I think it's just going through the motions. 3 more for Servant of Timurat.
Yeah, even though
Eidolon.
Duke is very likely going to lose, the reason to mill out the opposing deck is that he gained some information. He knows which cards are in Duport's deck, and he can feed that information to his teammate William Huey Jensen, such that Jensen knows that Duport has a certain card and not Ballivet.
Yeah, there's still 5 cards left in Olivier Duport's deck. And now, Marshmall's Giant, it can't be used. It can't be used because it has summoning sickness. Phoenix gives the tap ability to the opponents. He also gets 1 of fire, but draws the card and has the flyers and also the other creatures to finish the job. And it looks like game 2 has finished as well. So Jensen Ballivet is finished as well. But we don't know results. Is it 1 more, or are the Genevan players taking it home?
Well, Jensen is shuffling up, so that might mean that it's 1-1.
Looks to be. So swing. Olivier Duport gets the game and the match. So 1 match apiece. There's handshakes.
Oh wow!
So it's done. It's done. Louis Ballivet managed to defeat William Jensen, and the Swiss players, the Starbreakers, as we have named this round,
Yeah.
They have defeated the pros. There you see the high fives, and even through Wilson Lamb's blunder with the fearsome temper, not knowing exactly what it does, it was enough. His 2 teammates carried him to victory. Great win for the Swiss. Wow.
Yeah, Duke just missing a few points of toughness there. Very close, but yeah, the guys from Geneva, Switzerland take it down.
Yeah, and Simon, how is the other match looking?
Yes, I have updates. Daniel Gräfensteiner defeats Stephan Schwarz 2-0. Daxel of Miletis was just the key card there. Even using a Divine Verdict offensively when the opponent tried to block and boost his creature with a Battle-Rise Valor, just an absolute blowout. And breaking news, Christian Seibold wins his match 2-1. So Tobias Gräfensteiner, Christian Seibold and Daniel Gräfensteiner are off to the finals because Manuel Hauck was forced to keep a bad hand. His first play was a turn 5 Sentry of the Underworld. Christian Seibold's aggressive green-red deck took advantage of that, and there you have it, your first finalists.
Well, we already have our finals settled, so it's going to be Switzerland's Louis Ballivet, Wilson Lamb and Olivier Duport facing off against the very much more experienced team, Daniel Gräfensteiner, Tobias Gräfensteiner and Christian Seibold. So Christian Seibold missed out on a trophy last week at the Pro Tour in Valencia, just losing in the top 8. Maybe he'll get a trophy here to, you know, make up for it a little way.
Yeah, doesn't second place already get some trophy? But one way or another, not a trophy
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. No.
True.
He certainly wants a title as well because he got 20 pro points last week. Now with the win, he will go to 26 already. So on 26 points, you're already 3 points off of gold level. So very close.
Making a good run here.
Yeah.
Impressive. But they are taking on this team from Switzerland who just took out the stars of the tournament. So they have proven their worth in this team format.
For sure.
It's going to be a great fight.